Well, for most people, this time of the year often means overindulging. And before you know it, by January, you've gained a few kilos that weren't there in October. Well, dietitian Celynn joins us for some advice on surviving the holiday season. You know, it's probably the worst time of the year to tell people about diets. First of all, you probably don't eat breakfast, or you have a breakfast and lunch together and that sort of thing. But what are some of the do's and don'ts over this festive period so that by January you don't start with a new contract at the gym?
And I think that's very important, because a lot of us do start on the 2nd of January and then we don't realize how much damage we do over 1 month of a little bit of binge eating and having extra drinks and that kind of thing. So I think the one thing is to just be a bit more mindful before you eat. I often tell people, you know, before you have anything to eat, take a deep breath and just ask yourself, am I really hungry? Or am I maybe bored or lonely? Or am I just excited? Or is everybody else just eating, so now I'm joining in? Because we should try and eat only when our stomach says, look, you know, please give me something to eat now.
And then how do you strike that balance of what to eat? Because, I mean, you wake up, the fridge is there, you're not going to work, you've got the whole day either to sit in front of it or you're on holiday somewhere. What are some of the foods to try and avoid so that you don't have to be working hard in January?
I think something that can help a lot is to be more aware of where fat is in our meals, because there's a lot of hidden fats, and that's often what helps pack on the calories, and then that expands our waistline and makes our job more difficult in the new year. So perhaps reading some food labels, if you've got the chance at home, you know, when you're about to have a biscuit or something, just pick up the packets and look at the back and look how much fat is in what you're about to have, because a guideline is to stick to 15 grams of fat per meal, so that you don't have more than about 50 grams of fat in a day. And most South Africans can easily eat 50 grams of fat in one sitting, for instance in a large muffin with a bit of cheese and jam.
I'm already getting hungry. Braai vleis is the order of the day. Black, white, coloured Indian across the racial lines in South Africa. This time of the year, it's the wors, it's the pap, and it's the meat, and it's the steaks. I'm getting hungry. But now, how do you also regulate this? Because, I mean, it's a fun time with the family, with friends, and so on and so forth. So how do we then also sort of manage that?
And it's so important to have a good time. You know, I think if we do treat ourselves, it's important not to feel guilty. I think what helps is, if you are going to overindulge, is to realize that you don't have to let one little relapse become a reason to completely collapse and then go overboard for the last few weeks of the year. And if you are going to have a big braai with the family, there's nothing wrong with having some meat, but make it a balanced meal by including vegetables and salads. Don't just focus on the meat. And as a dietitian, I have to just say that the proper portion for protein or meat would be about a palm. So if you take a look at your hand, your palm is about the portion that we need. Now, I know that as a man, you're going to be thinking, oh, there's no way. So if
Here's my palm.
So if that happens once or twice over the holidays, that's all right. But don't let it happen every single day, because then, of course, you are going to put on weight and not feel as healthy as you could.
Quickly, just very quickly, and exercise during this time of the year. You know, as you said, it's a lazy time, nobody wants to be doing anything, but how do we fit in those little exercises, either taking a hike or so on and so forth? Are there any activities that we can do that won't be too strenuous because we're still on holiday?
I think that's great. I don't think we should be thinking about, I need to go to a gym and sweat for 1 hour. Exercise needs to be fun. What's great is if the whole family, I think, tries to be active together. So instead of being a couch potato watching sport, why not get up and go and kick a ball around in the garden or go for a walk? And what helps is to start your day off being a bit active. So as the family wakes up, as you get up, is to go for a bit of a walk. Walking's for free, and we can do it almost anywhere, and then you just start off your day in the right footing, you know?
And hopefully start our year in the right footing. I'm hoping I won't have to call you the beginning of next year. I might listen to some of this advice, but thank you very much for joining us.
Can I also just mention that if people would like more advice on healthy eating, they can always go take a look at a website called How Healthy Works, or speak to their doctor or dietitian or pharmacist.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure. Enjoy the festive season. Hopefully you won't have too many clients in the new year, right?
Thank you.
That was dietitian Celynn telling us what to do over this festive season to try and stay healthy. Let's take a look at international stories, but we head to Iran, where at least